Hey traders, Park here with another indicator. Today I'll be introduced you to the prior session or prior day's VWAP. As you can see, this today's price action, S&P 500 pushed down below $650 and it pushed above, and it pretty much once it got above, was able to stay above our current day's VWAP. It pushed up into our prior day's VWAP here, and you can see our prior day's VWAP was $661.55. And you can see from there it pushed above, but it couldn't continue on and came back in. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price, and is usually where most of the price has been traded, or whatever the session or volume been traded at that price. And you can look at it as a liquidity level, or support level, or resistance level, where buyers and sellers may hang out. You can see on this day, right before NVIDIA's earnings, the S&P 500, typically it pushed above, came back in, and it just basically range traded between the sessions VWAP and the prior sessions VWAP right here. And then after NVIDIA's earnings, it got above regular VWAP and it just pushed above. What inspired me to create this one was watching some of the, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kenny Glick, his videos, and that's usually what he talks about trading the prior day's VWAP. And you can see right here, when we sold off of that morning, we pushed above into the prior day's VWAP. And that's generally how you want to use it. Use this prior day's VWAP as your targets or levels to watch out for. This is just something I was working on, so we removed that. You can see on this day where price sold off and came right to the prior sessions VWAP right here, and it basically just sat there and bounced from there. They act as support right there, but it can also act as resistance or liquidity level where sellers are hanging out as well. Let's see, same thing over here and over here, and that's basically how you want to use the indicator. There's a bigger one on here, so I'm going to push down. I'm going to push to 90-day 30 minutes to show you the bigger one. And this one is the prior VWAP line. So I'm going to push this one up. It's on a daily as well. They both work on the other time frames. So once I load this one up, you'll see what I mean by support resistance. And it just takes a minute for this one to come up because it has so much code in it. Or rather, let me make sure I unblock it, and here we go. There we go. So now with this, you have all these prior session VWAPs on this daily level. So if we zoom in, you can see when price actually breaks these levels, the VWAP line actually goes away. If it breaks it pre-market or outside of the daily bounds, it's not going to break. It's not going to go away. But the moment that it breaks above it, it breaks below it, it'll go away. And in that one sense, it's no longer validated. And you can see with the S&P 500, what did it fall back down to? Pre-market, it went down to a natural support level of 650, but it also has a VWAP level, a prior session VWAP level is there as well. And you can see how these prior session VWAPs actually offer some type of support resistance. And you can see right here, once this one was hit, once the market opened up here, it went away, but you still kept the yellow line showing that it's no longer validated. So one of the stocks I wanted to go back to was NVIDIA. What did NVIDIA stop going down to? So what you're gonna get so it really stopped going down to, it hit one of these prior session VWAPs. So these are extended levels for the prior session VWAP. You can see right here at the support from these prior levels. I say again, if it crosses below or above it during the after hours or pre-market session, it doesn't mean anything to me. So, but these lines will also change color whether price is above or below. And when price was above it, it was green to show support, and when it was below it, it was red to show resistance. And you can see how Nvidia hit each one of these different price levels, each one of these Prior Session VWAPs, and it kind of sort of stopped or even bounced. This one, it didn't stop at all; it just crashed right through. When it came to here, it at their support bounced a little bit, and then it crushed down. And then over here, when the next day, this is the day after the great earnings, everything crashed down. You can see pre-market, it really just flirted with these VWAP levels right here. It crashed down, hit this VWAP level right here, or Prior Session VWAP on a daily, and it pushed back above. It came back to this resistance level that I had marked out on the daily. So if I wanted to change this to a weekly level, I have it on 90 days. I'm just changing the VWAP to 90. To weekly levels. So now I have a weekly VWAP, and I also have my Prior Session VWAPs as well. There's not going to be more. They're not as commonplace just because of the closes across above and below. But if I push back above, if I push to a 5-year, you can see where it's not very effective because you only get so many. So you really have to condense it down to maybe 2 or 3 years to really get this to look to really get it to play out the way it should be playing out. So right now you can look with Nvidia. It dropped down to this Prior Session VWAP right here from what day is this? 9 September 22nd on a weekly level. And you can see right here, this level right here is acting as resistance. And you have another one right here, but you can see close crash through it, and it's no longer validated. But you still can see that there's a yellow dash there on the weekly level. And right now we're looking at it on a 2-year basis, and we can look at some of these prior times that price came down to these levels and at their support, at there's resistance here, and then it finally pushed above. So you just look at these as prior weekly VWAP levels, and we can come and we can push this up to a monthly as well. And these levels kind of act as magnets for a price. Either price is going to be rejected or price is going to be pulled down to it, because these are where the heaviest volume was traded. And this is what it looks like on a monthly level. And if we zoom into today, where did Nvidia stop it? It stopped at one of these previous monthly VWAP levels, and we could see this on, if I put my months indicator on here. Excuse me. We can see right here for the month of October. So this VWAP is October's final VWAP. And you can see right here, it's kind of sort of trying to push back above where it found support right here. And you can see right here also these resistance levels I showed on the 195 and the 188 as well. There's posted these prior 52-week highs. Prior 52-week highs. So this is the indicator in a nutshell. You can have, there's two different versions of, there's the prior VWAP lines. That one comes with these prior VWAP lines, and then you have what I call my VWAP, but it's just VWAP with prior days with the prior session there. So if you're interested in these indicator, just let me know. Look in the link in the description, and you can get the indicator. Let's go look at one of the other Mag 7 stocks. Let's go check out Tesla. TSLA is another popular stock. And you can see how Tesla on this monthly level, it kind of sort of just rode this monthly VWAP right here. It was riding this one as well, or this one was acting as support from October, and it was at their support until it finally crashed down below our set monthly sessions VWAP on the daily period. So that's gonna be that's gonna be the indicator in a nutshell. You can see where these were violated, and this one at their support once closed above it. it invalidated it, but it can also act as support as well. So even though the lines disappear, you also want to be able to look at this and say, hey, it could still come back down to this area and act as a support. And you can see that's where your resistance was created, and you see where price acted right there as well. But these are going to be these two indicators. They're going to be my prior session VWAP. That's what this one's going to be, even though it's saying my VWAP. And then you have your prior VWAP lines, or prior session VWAP lines, so I'm going to call it. And just look in the link in the description and you can get these indicators. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to what I had to say. I hope it was helpful, and I wish you the best, and God bless. Stay safe out there. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.